What can I do to change your mind? Is there anything at all I can do or say to make you stay? What can I do to give you a change of heart? Is there anything at all I can do or say will make you have a change of plan?
Hey, the three things everything's based on: fear, sex, and financial.
What's going on, man?
And then the other.
Starbucks, man.
And here's the other thing.
Is that Starbucks?
They say we're rational beings. We're not. We're actually social beings. But rationalizing things is when you're gonna get over on something.
Good to see you, man.
That's what these politicians think they're doing. They're rationalizing, not being social. Socialism. I was singing to you earlier, but I seen you at the other demonstrations. I got you on my, nobody watches my videos when I put them up, about 2,000 views I got.
Okay.
But I'm saying, I wanted to ask you, you seem to like be deep into these demonstrations, these protests about Israel dropping bombs on, people, violating all regulations of war and human rights and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So how do you really feel about all that?
Well, of course, as a Palestinian, I'm against it. I think it's absolutely despicable. I think, what's important is that we send out the message that the genocide that's happening in Gaza right now, the US-backed genocide that Israel is responsible of, needs to end, and we need to demand that immediately. And we also need to demand for the end of the occupation. I think what we need to tell people is that this didn't just start 3 months ago, right? This is an issue that's been going on since before 1948, right? So, and it's a very simple issue. It's the issue of a colonized people, which is the Palestinian people, who are experiencing land theft, they're experiencing colonization, right? They're experiencing settler violence, they're experiencing violence on whole different kinds of levels, and now we're experiencing a genocide. So I think what's important is that we continue to maintain our presence here in the States and pressure the state to put action and to stop.
The sergeant wants me at the precinct police house.
Really? Why is
Yeah,
that?
I got a big police record in Chicago.
Oh, wow.
22 arrests.
Oh my God.
But they're for bad things, not for good things.
Okay.
I'm a reformed petty criminal.
Okay.
I did that like 30 years ago,
Right.
and I'm a reformed and recovered.
Right.
So but I like what you were saying there, and I'm turning everybody in and get $100 grand for it. They're going to pay me $100 grand to turn everybody in.
Nice hit.
Yeah.
Like this. Do you want to be in frame or
Glad to see you again, but I got a thing to say here. I was going to do Jim Morrison, and I'm going to play the harmonica on it, and then I'm going to sing Give Me Soft Asylum, I Need a Place to Hide, but I was going to do it different, not petition the Lord. I said, there's a man, I already said it, I rehearsed it, so I don't need to rehearse it again maybe. I'll go. It's a secret. That red thing. Turn it off.
Okay. Oh, so it's recording right now? Okay, perfect. It's a little bit blurry on this side. I think, try to switch. Let me see. No, it's better on this side. Okay, that works.
When I was back in this country during the Jesus People movement in 1973, there was a man, Christian man there, put forth a proposition that you can justify yourself before the Lord. You can justify yourself before the Lord. You can justify yourself. You cannot justify yourself before the Lord. Give me sanctuary. I need a place to hide away. The man is
Hands
at
are
the
cold.
door. That's Jim Morrison.
Here you go.
Okay. 1 second. I feel like I wish that there were more cars with flags out.
It's all right. You know, this is just the way it is.
We see these people.
I almost thought of bringing a cardboard box and naming "End the Occupation" on it.
Good for you. Yeah, that's a good one.
But I'm gonna ask you if I can
sir,
interview.
I'm sorry. Just give me a second here because we are working and we
So am I.
So you don't see my left hand.
What's your name?
Is it?
Huh?
Is it?
Izat. My name's
Izat.
Guitar Jim. What do you think about all these demonstrations? I see you at them. Can I get an interview?
I can ask you because my English is so
broken.
so poor.
Oh, broken.
So poor. I'm sorry, man.
Ukraine?
Nope.
Lithuania? Eastern country, right?
No. Europe.
Europe.
Ex-Yugoslavia.
You a Serbian.
Bosnia Herzegovina.
You're Croatian.
Croatia is my neighbor.
Okay, and then you'll see, amigo. See, I see. Oh, now I understand it more. You, Tito. Fuck him. Fuck him. No, I don't mean to say. I gotta ad-lib that. I'll put some music to that. Don't curse. No. So, I know about the Serbs and the Croatians and the, what do you call it, the Bosnia?
Slovenia, Hrvatska, Bosnia.
Yeah, when the Cold War, it's all about the USA imperialism, the breaking it up and then causing all this stuff, and they were holding it together, the Cold War. Now we got hot wars. What is better, to have a Cold War or a hot war? Well, probably the Cold War, right?
Now I believe when Adam fell from grace, the slice of that gospel pie. Now Daniel prayed, and as he prayed, King Nebuchadnezzar threw 3 men into a fiery oven. Oh, and the 4th man did appear in this oven. That man was Jesus Christ. Likewise, he'll save us all from the fire of the next life. So we eat, drink, and be merry. Give praise and thanks till kingdom come. While we wait for the promise of a second coming. Oh, give us a slice, another slice of that gospel pie.
It's 5 verses. And then the lyrics go, we're gonna boogie woogie all night long. We're gonna boogie woogie all night long. It's a storytelling stuff.
Hi.
See, amiga. Yeah, you. You know my name, huh? Good.
Yes.
See, amiga. Yeah,
We
guitar.
met each other last Saturday.
Oh, yeah. Not too many people heard about Guitar Jim.
Now they say love lasts forever. Love me now and forever. Never say never, and wherever you may follow, may you always be true.
You get confused. Or humble.
Okay, I'm gonna put this in the front. Flies away.
Nah. Oh, here, I know an old folk song. I do a bunch. I have a repertoire. It goes, I'll fly away. I'll fly away.
Now words come cheap, they don't change things that much. Whatever I do will never bring back you. Still I walk the floor and wonder, asking again and again, as if it would open up the door. What can I do to change your mind? Is there anything at all I can do or say that would make you stay? What can I do to give you a change of heart? Is there anything at all I can do or say make you have a change of plan?
Make me famous.
Do you study at the colleges?
No, I'm a teacher at a high
Oh,
school.
good for you. I'm a high school dropout. Don't have
High
a
school.
don't have a GED, but I'm well read. I've read many books on my own.
Good.
I'm called the School of Independent Thought.
I feel like this.
But I respect, my brother's an attorney, and he's got degrees from colleges, and so he taught me to learn to respect that.
Yeah. I'm gonna make sure.
Because it's more of a collective way of studying, and sometimes you miss things independently, but I can bring up things independently to them that they might miss. You know, all of Mark Twain, all of D.H. Lawrence, all of the classics. I like French literature, Dostoevsky, Russian literature.
Yeah.
Tolstoy, War and Peace.
Classic.
Crime and Punishment, Dostoevsky.
Yeah.
What kind of books do you read?
Lately I've been just focused on reading the Quran.
Oh, I've read that. I read 5 different translations of that in English.
Yeah.
Hi, do you want some stickers?
And one of
Yeah.
them I liked the best was he
Sign
calls
it.
it Messiah.
This is
Messiah, Lord, the Prophet.
nice.
You know?
Thank you.
Yeah, these
Jesus.
are actually free to order from USPS.
That's the one. It's
And
called the
so I
Glorious
just wrote them on there.
Quran.
Thank you so much.
See, I didn't understand what apostle meant
Oh.
when I first read the Quran 25 years ago,
Yeah, go ahead.
because I was trained by the Christians to think it's a devil's book. So I started reading it like 25 years ago. I read this version of the Quran, this one translation, and when it said apostle, Jesus was an apostle, I put the book down.
Oh.
Because I didn't understand what the word meant. So fast forward 5-10 years later, I researched apostle. Apostle means sent from God. Well, he says in the gospel he was sent from God, so he's right. And so I read also Islamic scholars too after that, and I started reading other translations to understand it better. So I got into the Islamic. It's a religion of peace.
Nice.
It goes, every surah starts out most merciful, most compassionate.
Yes. In the name of God.
Yeah, but they translate Allah into the devil, the Christians.
Oh. Well, that was many years ago.
But Allah doesn't mean that. It means Yahweh. There's no name for God. It's just a different word. It says in Holy Scripture, God has many names.
Yeah.
Abba is one. He says all creation cries Abba to the Father. It says in the Bible, in the Old Testament. It says, and
there's some similar verse.
Judaic law.
All things. What is it? Worship. All beings worship God. In the Quran, it says they do like obedience to God. So.
And it talks a lot about the unbelievers.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
It mentions throughout the Quran unbelievers, and he says, yeah, it's interesting. I'm not a Muslim, but I respect the Muslim religion through studying it. Most people don't study it. Usually, people I've talked to, I mention Islam, and they'll go off on it. The Christian, oh, that's the devil. And I said, and then I'll ask them a question. Did you ever read the book? You know what their answer is usually? No, I never read the book. So how do you know? You're just ignorant. You're just spouting ignorance. Out of the 3 Abrahamic religions, the Christians are the worst. They kill Jews and Muslims.
No.
Yeah, during the Crusades. During the Crusades, they killed Muslims and Jews.
Yeah, all the religions have.
Yeah, I know. They get on an extreme that doesn't preach the correct religion. Buddhists. I've been a Buddhist before too. So, Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. This is interesting, eh?
Where did you park?
I came here on foot.
Okay, so who are you gonna ride with?
Can I get ride with you?
Yeah.
Okay.